Okay, hello everyone, and welcome back to the SuperStar Rhythm Games podcast. I know it's been a while. Just usually there's not much to talk about, and it's kind of hard to talk about, things that are just kind of boring. But we have some exciting changes for SM, and a few weeks ago JYP. And of course, we also have the announcement of a new game called The SuperStar, featuring not K-pop artists. And yeah, that's pretty much like a quick overview of everything we're gonna be doing today. At least the big stuff. So anyways, my name is Jamie. In all the games, I'm Image, IMAJE, and yeah, by all the games I mean I play all the games. So SM, JYP, STARSHIP, WOOLLIM, GFRIEND, YG, FNC, and soon to be released the SuperStar. And I've been playing since around 2017, around the middle of the year. And basically I have seen a lot of the stuff the game has to offer. I've seen a lot of changes throughout the game. And so hopefully any opinions I have towards the changes and any like tips and advice that I have for you guys, if you're here watching, hopefully I can help you guys learn something. And yeah, so let's get started. I think right away, even though this thing right here is is SM up here, just really quick, just with the SuperStar. I did a whole live stream where I talked about it on the night it was announced. So yeah, the game's coming out April 1st. It's not an April Fool's joke. I believe that they wanted to get the game out as soon as possible, but since world record seasons are a thing, they just pushed it up to April 1st, which is after the first quarter is over. So once the game launches, people who go in and want to spend money on the launch packages won't just immediately get all the world record rewards. Yeah, so they just avoided that and are releasing it as soon as possible, the first day of the second quarter. Even though it looks like it could be an April Fool's joke, it is not, and I assure you. So before I was like 99.999% sure, now I'm 100% sure. So don't worry, the game's real, it's not a joke. Yeah, so I think I'll link my live stream somewhere in this video. You can look for it there, but anyways, let's keep moving on. So for SM and JYP, we have the entire version 3.1.0 updates, which is basically just hey, you have a new UI, everything in the game looks new and different, and there's a whole bunch of new stuff, and things might be confusing, so I'm just gonna talk about everything that it has to offer. So in all the games, there's also the spring events, of course, but spring events are just like, it's just one of those things that around the year we're expected to have some kind of big seasonal event that will cross over to all the games. So nothing entirely specific to one game, but the version updates are specific to SM and JYP. So yeah, okay, anyways. So we have the version 3.1.0, and over here on Reddit, let's just open up this changelog right here. So this one is, let's switch to this camera. So you have the, on Reddit, we have all the update logs for everything. We have all the events like laid out and such around here. So this entire like laundry list of stuff is like kind of like condensed into this post, and of course the event mega threads post here. So these two hold everything there is for SM, and I know it looks like a lot, but most of these are like nitpicky things that are kind of important information. So it's, even though it might be an entire line, it's, something small, but still important. But basically we'll get through it quick. So just to go through everything about the update, I'm just going to read through everything that in order about the update right here. So when you first start the game, you can already find out that for SuperStar SMTOWN and SuperStar JYP, the loading screen is different. Before on SM, you have like the weird like concert with the weird like pink orange kind of colored concert with the people jamming and then like spotlights flying around. And then JYP have this blue background with like a little swirly thing that's also blue and light blue. Yeah, those are now replaced with a random group's background. So SM, you have like OGG or NCT or Kangta or BoA or EXO, just a whole bunch of random artists. JYP, you have like 2PM, Twice, ITZY, you know, all those nice artists, and it'll just be random every time you start up. And then when you first log on after the update, you'll be forced to play a tutorial. For SM, it is Make a Wish by NCTU, and then JYP you have, I believe it was Feel Special or Fancy. I don't know, one of the Twice songs that are titles, but that's what there is in JYP. So after you get through that, the lobby is completely brand new. So the My Lobby background is now the main background of the lobby. So before you would have the weekly league, which would be the opening, which would be the first screen that you would see, but now it is a background with your, so then I kind of skipped the step. So you have the weekly league screen, and then you have the My Lobby screen. Before the My Lobby, you would have to tap a button in order to just look at a lobby with the backgrounds that you have. But now the backgrounds are completely integrated to the main lobby, and everything is accessible from that point. So if you don't have a background equipped, you're defaulted to Kangta. I believe, I don't have a confirmation on this, it could be Kangta or it could be aespa. Not entirely sure on this, but for JYP for sure it is defaulted to JY Park. So then the song update and event panels are now at the top left instead of on the right side of the screen where you have to swipe through all the different banners. The message box is now on the top right of the screen instead of at the bottom next to missions and this weird like drop screen, I think. Something like that. I don't know. It's already the old one. I already kind of forgot. Mission tabs now includes ongoing events tab, so that one's kind of important because you have much easier accessibility for all the events because they're all just kind of big and sprawled out. There's not any pictures for these because these ones are fairly simple to find. So we have the new daily task, which is the playtime event. So basically this event is a daily thing. Think of it like another daily missions, except it resets on attendance. So instead of it being like missions resetting at 2 a.m., it resets at midnight instead. And basically all you need to do is keep the game open for 1 hour a day. That reminds me, I just need to open up JYP so I also get this reward. So that's launching now. So basically you don't need to play the game, you just need to have the app open. You can have it open on the lobby. Just make sure you have logged on successfully. I believe if you're on the attendance screen it won't work. You just have to get past the attendance screen, make it to your lobby, and then it'll start counting. So anything like after the lobby, like you go into the shop, you look at weekly league stuff, you go through your inventory, that counts as playtime. But you just have to reach the lobby first. And again, you don't have to play at all. You just need to have the app open for 60 minutes, and then you'll get the 4 rewards, which is 3 C cards, 1 B card, and 10,000 RP. So like, C cards, that kind of doesn't really sound that nice, but 10,000 RP a day is kind of great for not doing anything at all. And even if you do stuff, even if you do end up playing the game, that also still counts towards it. So you can either AFK and get 10,000 RP, or you can also grind for an hour, just spend headphones for an hour, and you'll get RP on top of the RP that you're already earning for yourself. So that is the daily playtime event. It's pretty simple. And then both games also have new backgrounds. This one's kind of, honestly, I think that it's more interesting for SM because there is an FX background, which is kind of crazy because FX kind of like got ignored in a sense. So it exists as a background, which is a big win for a lot of FX fans. I believe they're called Muse, the fandom name. And then JYP has like kind of old artists like Wonder Girls, Miss A, 15 and 2 a.m. and recently Got 7. I also have new backgrounds for them. Of course, there's less artists in JYP, so I think they just have to have that much more variety. They don't have like they don't have a chance to give more variety. They just kind of have to do what they can. But it's more interesting for SM. So the store has a new layout, of course. The lobby backgrounds are now equipped in the lobby background image drop-down section, instead of like going into the My Lobby and then there's the background shop there. You can now go to the shop through the shop, which kind of makes sense. You can also still like access it through the event banner page, but I think accessing through the shop's a lot easier. So now you have the new another new section, which is the My Store Daily Offer. So it is basically a random number of rewards that, you know, just are random for every player every day. You can reroll for 10 diamonds, and then I think it's 30 and then 50 if you want to reroll them many times a day, but it automatically changes on attendance, so at midnight. So if you open it up, you don't have anything that you like, then you can just you know, close it, wait for another day. I don't think it's worth spending 10 diamonds for it. Personally, I think it's more worth it if you spend 10 diamonds on like SuperStar League. Just like one reroll a day instead of rerolling the My Store a day. Because in a sense, when you reroll the My Store, you still have to spend more stuff in order to get like actual things from the store. And then the Superstar League, you just play and then you can get a better artist and get a higher score, and that gives you more rewards at the end of the week. But that's a different discussion. Right now we're talking about the daily offer store. So yeah, so you got oh yeah, so the rewards, there's actually from our wonderful community member, moderator and stuff, T. Let's see if I can find the one that he sent on SuperStar SM, if things would just load. Thank you. Here it is. Okay, so of course everything here is credited to T. So you have like the entire analysis thing here, all the numbers for it. Let me just hide my camera for a second. Yeah, all this stuff here. Of course, you can just go to the links on the Reddits and you can look at the entire image in its highest quality and just, you know, take your time to look through everything instead of just on this video for yourself. But for the people who don't want to do that, then you can just kind of look here. So these are like the odds for everything. You can see that you have different products. So focusing up here, let's turn this back on. Focusing up here, you'll have power-up cards, premium card packs, normal cards, and limited edition cards. So they're like the odds for everything. But basically, for almost everything, you have the option of spending RP or diamonds in order to get it. So yeah, you got, let me just read out these notes too. So every day, 2 of the 6 slots are guaranteed to be power-up cards and or premium card packs. So that means that these 2 must fill out. The ones from this section must fill out at least 2 slots. So 4 of 6 slots are guaranteed to be normal cards and or limited edition cards. So that means normal cards, limited edition cards, they have to fill up 4 of the remaining 6 slots. So 2 of them will always be power-up cards or a premium card pack, and then 4 of them will always be a card with a random theme. So where is that picture? Maybe kind of got lost a little. Where is it? Here? Yeah. So for this one, you can see, for example, this is the store that I got when I first launched the game on the update. So of course everything holds true. You have 1 power-up card and 1 premium card pack, which fills in the guaranteed 2 of 6 slots to be this. It also has 4 cards. So 2 of them are with RP cost and 2 of them are with diamond cost. and these are all theme specific. I don't believe any of these themes should ever be worth it unless you manage to find a new theme card. Like if there's a new theme update and then you've managed to find that in the daily offer, then you can, you know, take your use your best judgment whether you want to buy that. And limited edition cards for maybe just one theme that you're missing. I think that, let's see, so the cost of a limited edition card, I wonder if it shows here. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, so I just kind of went over it. So basically, limited edition cards only show up and C, B, or A grade. A C card's worth 200 diamonds, B card's worth 300, and then A card's worth 450, which is pretty expensive for a limited edition card. Yeah, there should be like no reason why you would ever use diamonds to buy a normal card, because normal card selectors exist, and if you don't have those, then you still have I think they're called artist vouchers now, so you have those to get specific themes that you want or specific artists that you want. Limited edition cards, it's the only thing that's like kind of worth it is if you spend 200 diamonds on the C card or 300 diamonds on the B card, because 450 on an A card, just because it's an A card, doesn't really make sense for it to be worth that much. Yeah, so you have the percentage chance for it to be sold. Okay, and then products marked not available are currently not in the shop. So basically that just means that yeah, the premium card packs are never available for RP. They're only available for diamonds. Limited edition cards are never available for RP. Same thing, only available in diamonds. And then limited edition S and R cards currently do not exist. So you'll only find CB and A cards in there. There's also no normal C cards that cost diamonds, because that's just kind of dumb. Okay, so let's see. Obviously, normal cards are not worth buying. If you need specific cards, you buy a Selector with Dalcom coins. Yeah, went over that. 10% and 100% cards are not worth buying at all, because 10% cards have too high variability, and 100% cards is way too expensive, because 100,000 RP or 100 diamonds are better spent elsewhere. So basically, when you look at these like RP costs, you have to imagine that all of your the fodder that you're using and all of the upgrade costs that you put in are going to eventually be worth whatever power-up card that you use to attempt to power up the card that you want to upgrade. So 100,000 RP for one power-up is not worth it, because you still have other methods of attaining up power-up cards, and even if they're not 100%, they're still worth more. What am I trying to say? They're still not. Sorry, the 100,000 RP is just not worth it. Okay, that's basically what I'm trying to say. 100 diamonds also not worth it. Okay. So the 30, 50, and 70% power-up cards are worth buying with RP, but it's a long-term investment. For newer players, it'll be too much worth to stock up through this daily shop until you're close to R99. For long-term players who are very close to R99 or already have existing R99s, it is worth buying. That just means that 30%, 50%, and 70% cards are all worth it, because they are at a reasonable price compared to the 10% power-up cards or the 100% power-up cards. Of course, if you have cards that are like around R21, R31, R41, you're still not going to be close to hitting R99 for them. So you should only buy R99 cards if you have like existing R99s, because that means you already kind of know what you're doing and you're already building up for your next one. Or you're just close to an R99, because then you don't need to have these sitting in your inventory for a super long time, and it'll just be worth it in the long run for you to have that extra inventory space rather than having it clogged up with a card that you won't be able to use for a few months, pretty much. Let's see. It's 30%, 50%, 70% power cards with diamonds can be worth depending on what you want out of the game. If you want to collect LE, save your diamonds instead. If you do not care about LE, it could be worth. referred to above on new versus old players, so same idea with whether or not you want to purchase a power-up card. It is definitely worth it if you reroll Superstar League regularly. Instead of rerolling, just buy power-up cards from the daily shop. So basically, this one's saying that for the Superstar League, basically, if you hit, I believe it's the top 1,000, it's either top 1,000 or top 500 or something like that, you get a 30% power-up card. And then if you're in the top 10, no, if you're in the top 100, then you get a 50% power-up card. Of course, top 10 the 70% power-up card, and then you know, first, second, and third, I believe, are 100% power-up cards. But so it's just saying that using the diamonds to buy these power-up cards, instead of like re-rolling, let's say you re-roll 5 times a week, so that's 50 diamonds spent on Superstar League, you could use 50 diamonds to buy 70% power-up card, which is worth more than what you could possibly get with a 30 or 50%, because it's not likely you're going to get in the top 10, you know, especially looking at the kind of player environment that the games have. You can buy like 1, 2, 3, 4, no, 3. You can buy 3 30% power-up cards, or you can buy a 150% power-up card for less than 50 diamonds as well. You can get more out of your diamond value just by buying it from the my store instead of, you know, re-rolling in the Superstar Leagues. 30% power-up card, 30% premium card pack is worth it for material cards because of the 65% sale, especially when you're, yeah, so that's just when you're looking at the premium card pack store. It's just 65% discount. LE cards are available. Personally, wouldn't buy unless I am 2 cards away from finishing. A C or B could be worth since it's almost similar to the price of an LE card during an event. A would be worth if it's the last card you're missing to complete or you're desperate to main. Yeah, because just the limited edition A card is just like really expensive just for that card, because one limited edition A card just randomly, and if it's like, oh, it's a brand new card, but then it's like the first card for a theme that you have, like, you're nowhere near completing, it's not worth it, because, you know, 450 diamonds, that's 3 A cards from a normal limited edition theme sale, and it's almost the 590 RAA part of the limited edition theme sales that the stores also have. So that is basically the entire thing for the daily offer. Just know you have power-up cards, premium card packs, normal theme cards, and limited edition theme cards. And 30, 50, and 70% power-up cards are worth it in general. And normal cards, never fucking buy them. And then limited edition theme cards, you buy them, you know, if you need to, you know, have them. And that is it for that. Okay, so there's also new ads. So there's a free premium card pack 1 and a normal card pack 1 every 24 hours by watching ads. So when you look over here in the 4 new updated ad locations, so the diamond ads before, when you had one that was kind of at the, like, that connecting part between the play button and the song update banners, yeah, that's been moved to the top of the store, so that is on this one right here. And of course the message box diamond ad is still here. And you have the 2 new premium card packs, the 2 new card pack ads. So you have a free piece of P1 here and a free normal card pack 1 here. And of course, compared to YG and FNC, who have a different diamond ad system for the message box and the store ad, for them you can get RP premium card pack. You can get RP, you can get a C card or a B card. You could get a power up card 10% or a 30%, or you could get your normal diamonds 1 through 5. But in SM and JYP, it is still the same diamonds 1 through 5 chance. So the things that you get out of those ads have not changed. Where are we? Oh, so now we're on the inventory. So there's an unequip all button, which is pretty good for challenges. And, you know, all the time you spend unequipping a theme, especially if you're like doing a 120,000 score challenge for Super Junior, you have you know, unequip all button, and once you're done with that, you can just use the theme equip button. So when you do that, you can choose which own themes cards you would like to equip or lock. And then selecting a card, then tapping the enlarged card image will further enlarge the card into portrait mode. So that just makes your card super big, so you can take a nice good look at your beautiful artist's card and have a really nice like screenshot for your R99s if you get there, or your limited edition theme borders if you want to get a better look at that. Selecting any card also brings up the option to power it up, and not only given the option to equip it. So this is really important for managing or navigating, that's the word, navigating your inventory during like power up stuff. So before, if you had, say for example, you had let's say you're playing like XOM and you have Chen. So you have Chen, you have like an S card equipped, and you need to upgrade, and you need to combine 2 A cards to make an S card, and then you can make that S card into an R card. So basically, before, you would have to find the 2 A cards in your inventory at the bottom, and then you could power it up. But if you couldn't, then you select Chen, and then you look for the cards, and then you have to equip them to power them up, and then you can do all your stuff. In the past, you also had to equip cards before you can lock or unlock them. But now with this new stuff, you have the card on the left that you first select, and then you can choose whatever you want to do with it. And then when you choose the second card, it'll show up on the right side, and then you also get the option to lock it or power it up or equip it. So it's kind of hard. There's like a lot of words, but like you'll know what I mean once you like start messing around with it. Yeah, you can also select the card. You can also select a card after selecting another card. So yeah, inventory, power up, navigation easier. The card info screen will now display the image of the selected card next to the artist's info. That just means that when you look at a specific artist's stuff, like you're trying to look at, hey, when is this artist's birthday? Is it next month? Is it like at the end of this month? Is it at the start of the next month? What do I have to worry about in March? You know, stuff like that for bonuses. It's just a nice little aesthetic thing. And there's also a music button on an artist's inventory at the top left, which will bring you to the song select of that artist. So basically on the inventory screen, you'll have the artists that, you know, in the group with all the cards and stuff. And then on the top left, there's a little music button. When you tap that, you just immediately go to the song select screen, and then you're highlighted. And then you highlight the artists, the group section. Yeah. And song select, this is my biggest problem with the update. Bonus song sorting is now removed, which sucks especially for a game like SM, where you have like 1,000 songs or something like that, and like you just need to know which bonuses are available. But now you kind of have to like just know or look through every single group every day in order to know what kind of stuff there is. Of course, there's also the Discord server, which is going to be linked in the description, which has a bonus bot to help you keep track of bonuses in any of the games. But yeah, that's for a talk at the end. And then SuperStar League and Arena are now only accessible at the top right of the screen. So once you're in the song select, at the top you'll have Weekly, SuperStar, and Arena. And this is how you switch between everything instead of that weird stuff on the Weekly League screen. And yeah. Song play. There's a new layout. The combo count has been removed, and then the gameplay now shows note count. So this one's really important because for people who full SP or try to get close to it, now you know exactly how close you are to it. Before, if you like get a perfect on a slider, there's no telling whether that is going to be worth 2 notes, or it's going to be worth like, I don't know, it could be worth even 30 notes, like for the sliders in like DJ So the Song and Starship. It's just it was inaccurate because it did combo count, which calculated how like long you were holding down the slider rather than what the slider's actually worth, the value of the slider. But now it does. So also at the end, the song clears. After you clear a song, at the end it'll show you the super perfects, perfect and good, and miscounts for everything. That's actually also been changed because before they used to also track the combo count, but now it just tracks the note count, the true note count. Okay. The pause menu now also gives the option to immediately restart the song -1 headphone. Also really good for players who are trying to full SP at a good time really early, because before, if you failed, well, if you got like one perfect on the song, if you needed to restart, the best option was to either like let the song play out, miss all the notes, and then hit the retry button. But now you can just hit the pause menu and immediately retry, which is really good for racing. And of course, y-axis has not been added, so for YG and FNC, they have a different timing system for the notes. For SM through GFRIEND, that's the newest one. Yeah, so SM through GFRIEND, all those games have the same have the same perfect and S perfect system, which is how center you hit the note. That one matters a lot more than timing, but YG and FNC only timing matters. So even if you're not centered on YG or FNC, as long as you're hitting it at the exact moment, you'll be able to get a super perfect. So that is a big deal that SM and JYP did not change to that. Also, SM has a new app icon. And then C grade color has changed from blue to gray, which is, personally, I like the aesthetic of the gray better, because C cards are supposed to be the lowest grade, so gray is kind of a dull color, which works a lot better than blue, which for some cases, blue is a lot more aesthetic looking. Yeah. And then known issues for the playtime event, that it says hours played today. It's supposed to be minutes played because it counts minutes and seconds, but the title of that section implies it counts hours and minutes, which is just not true. And of course, backgrounds have been adjusted to fit the new lobby UI, and NCT groups are kind of funny in terms of this lobby background. In JYP, Denimals 3, which used to be the absolute best background, is now absolutely destroyed and gutted because it's this tiny little speck in the middle of the screen, and it is horrendous to look at. I wonder if I can find a post about it. Is it here somewhere? I don't know if someone's posted about it. I don't know if it'll load or not. Let's see. I'm also listening to the Undertale soundtrack right now. It's kind of fun. I wonder, is it gonna be here? Maybe I'll. How long do I want to give it? Maybe I looked past it, but yeah, if you're playing JYP, just go. You can just look in the backgrounds store, and then you can look at previous event ones, and of course you can look at the ones that you didn't even own yet, and you can look at Denimals 3 and see how horrendous that new stretch is. Because you can even see for like yeah, Twice Fireworks, that one, it's kind of cropped really weird where you have a bunch of blue on the sides instead of like having it more zoomed in. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. Da, 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 da. Just a little break because I've been talking a lot. I'm also gonna take a little water. Yeah, okay. So that one is pretty much everything from the UI update. So that goes for SM and JYP. So now we'll just look at the event mega thread right here. So this week in SM we have 5 new updates for music, and it's pretty nice. Just a bunch of music at once. So the events that we got are an LE theme for Super Junior the Renaissance and Red Velvet Mosquito. It's here when it loads. It's a new border for both themes actually, so it feels kind of nice. I believe there's also a new border for JYP. Starship, we have the old border for TVXQ The Circle, and that 117 song in Pledis. I can't remember that right now. I'm so sorry. Rest in peace, Pledis. GFRIEND, you have the phones from NCT Work It. Starship, you have the new original event limited theme, which is also a new border. This is a new border in YG right here. It has a little diamond on it. And in SF9, it kind of looks like you have a Lee Hong-gi limited edition theme. The color palette kind of looks like that of Chen's Shall We limited edition theme. But it's just the color palette. The actual border is a recolor of like This song is really distracting. Gosh. Okay. So yeah. So what was okay? So this is a recolor of like Taeyeon's Dear Me and 17's Hit. Themes like that. It's just a little bit of a recolor, but it's technically a new border, just a recolored one. And so yeah, of course you have more. They honestly just release like limited edition profile pictures every single week. I understand why they do it. It's really cheap. Like it's really easy to make, and you just make $5 to $20 even just every single week from a player. That's kind of crazy. But limited. The profile pictures are an identifying thing, so if someone gets it, they use it, then more power to them. I even use them, but like every single week, like I guess someone will be happy, but it's honestly at the point where I remember when I first started out with SM, I was like, oh yeah, I love collecting limited edition profiles because it always just gives me the option to do so. But now I have just found solace in deciding on a limited edition, on some profile picture to identify myself with in that game, and then I can pretty much this is like my identity, and I can sit on that forever, and I don't need to spend potentially like $5 to $10, maybe even $15, like once a month because I'm flip-flopping between a limited edition profile picture that I want to settle on. So yeah, that's like a little rant on limited edition profile packages. Like that's it's not you can just buy them, of course. It kind of like you can only equip one at a time. Like there's honestly no need to like have more than one limited edition profile. So also important for SM and JYP, they both have this Renewal special attendance gift, which is just RP and diamonds for free. But you have to go to the specific event page and log on to claim it. So that specific event page in SM is the banner at the top left, and in JYP it is once you hit this event, once you go into the event banner, the event panels, then you can tap on that and then claim your rewards. And if you do that every single day, otherwise you won't be able to get all the rewards and potentially the last 100 diamonds at the final day. Spring approaches. Every single game pretty much has the same thing for this, where you have a specific set of 5 songs to clear on normal mode, collecting cards from B, A, S, and R grade, and power-up cards from A, S, R grade. And all of them will have limited themes as a reward at the bottom, except for YG and FNC because they're still new. You'll only get R cards as a bonus at the bottom. You don't have to go out of your way to actually like do this event. You just like, at least for the bottom, because there is also power-up chance, so PUC is really good. And so once you do these 10 plays for these songs, you pretty much have everything else completed just because you have power-up chance. But you also have to be careful not to spend everything this week because of course there's going to be another event like this one next week, because this is Spring Approaches first spring. So there's going to be like, I don't know, Spring Arrives second spring or something like that. But there's going to be a week 2 because the entire spring stuff are all 2-week long events, except for the first spring event. Because of course that is just the first spring. Yeah. So yeah, the PUC, there's also a box collect event. Nothing fancy here. I think normal boxes are slightly better this time around, but we're still missing power-up cards from normal boxes. You'll never understand how great it was back in the day. You could just grind for power-up cards, and then there's a chance this power-up card will save you thousands of RP. It was so great to just pray to get those from normal boxes, but now we don't, so kind of sad. You have the Welcome Spring Daily Gift. These only start from the 20th and last 2 weeks almost into the last day of the month. Power-up cards here are pretty good. On YG and FNC, I believe you only get 30% cards, and I also believe on GFRIEND you get some Prism cards. But these start from the time I'm recording this in 2 days. So yeah, Not missing anything yet, just in 2 days. Mystic Pot package. No one knows what the heck this is. If someone had actually like bought this, then let's see. Actually, yeah, someone actually did buy this. So it goes from $2, $5, $10, then 1,000 RP. So everything here is going to be less than $20. That is 1, 5, 10. That is $16. $16 for an SM. You have 30 diamonds, premium card pack 40,000 RP, and a limited theme premium pack 5. I believe that I think on one of the days it was like a premium, it was like a PCP 10 that was all limited edition themes, and I think that was like around $6. Let's just say it's $10, so that means that this PCP 5 is going to be $5. So if you look at that, then you're spending you're spending $10 on 40 premium cards, 40,000 RP, and 30 diamonds. 30 diamonds are kind of negligible because it's just 30 diamonds. Like, you spent what, $1 on that, $2 on that? It's kind of like, eh. Everything else, is it worth it? Not really. Sometimes they'll have like a premium card pack for like a stupid low price. Like, I think during Black Friday they had it for like $1, something like that, or New Year's. That was kind of fun. Of course, you don't need to buy premium card packs just because the game gives you a lot through things like events and login attendance, that kind of stuff. Yeah. So that is pretty much everything there is in SM. JYP kind of had the same, you know, every game has the spring update this time. JYP has the day 6 update. Oh yeah, there's also the Star Pass. I didn't mention that actually. So the Star Pass exists in both SM and JYP. So premium Star Pass, I actually just skipped over that, whoops. So the Star Pass here, both games have a limited edition theme A card selector. No, I don't know if it's A card, might be an R card, who knows. But limited edition theme event card selector. It says event card selector, but what it means is that you have the limited theme listed in this event. So if you look at the details for everything, it tells you that this is the, for SM you have this specific list of limited edition themes available for you to choose from. So Boa, TVXQ, Kyohyun, I still can't say his name properly, Taeyeon, Taemin, XOK, XOM, Red Velvet, NCT 127 Touch, Neozone, and NCT Dream, Deja Vu, and Reload. It is a very, very narrowed list, but some of these are like actually old themes that you might have just like missed 1 or 2 cards because you started a long time ago and you didn't know, or these cards have been popping up in limited edition theme chances and you're just really close to completing them. Either way, this is an amazing event if you're missing 1 limited edition theme card, because there has not been any opportunity for you to select a limited edition card besides through point rewards, but that's for a new theme, and that's not talking about old themes. Old themes has in the past always been up to luck and chance. This is the first time that they've taken that luck and chance away and made things guaranteed for this certain set of limited edition themes. But what if you don't need these limited edition themes? There's still a whole Star Pass here. Is it worth it? Well, here is some analysis for everything. So for the free rewards, the total is 10 diamonds, 39,000 RP, PCP 5, NCP 10, and then a few cards here and there. For the premium rewards, you have of course the LE card selector. You'll have 400 diamonds, 150,000 RP, 3 different kinds of power-up cards, PCP 45, so that's just totaling together all the PCPs that they give you, NCP 15, an R card, S card, and 2 A cards. And so I think the biggest thing to look at here is just the 400 diamonds you'll get. So the Star Pass is worth $15. If you get this, if you complete everything, you'll get 400 diamonds for the $15, which is already a better deal than the 7 days gift usually gives, which is $27 for 490 diamonds, and it's better than the standard by 78%, which is the 1200 diamonds, so 1,200 diamonds for $80. So of course that is not like that's not the best deal like in the game, like anywhere, but in the diamond store that is the most basic form of it. So when you look at things like pop-up packages, you'll have different values for what you could be possibly getting with these with your money. But just looking at, you know, the most common deal, which is the 7 days gift stuff, and especially when you look at the 1,200 diamonds for $80, this is an amazing deal. So because just looking at the diamonds you'll get for this money, that's already worth it, and you're getting a whole bunch of other stuff. So ignoring the diamonds, you'll still get power-up cards, a bunch of RP, a bunch of premium card packs, bunch of normal card packs, and then like a bunch of cards here and there. The cards are kind of like a little bit of like fairy dust on top, I guess. And kind of like, you know, spice things up. Nothing too fancy, it's just there. But it could definitely help you with things like the spring approach event. So yeah. If you have $15, you can definitely do it. If you really are missing that one limited edition theme card, then that is perfect for you. So congratulations, you got lucky with this sale that they're doing. Yeah. Let's see. JYP. Which themes are available? Where are you? Oh, not this one. Is it here? Yeah, so JYP, you'll have you'll have 2 PM Blue Hole, Got 7 Lullaby and Present You, Just Too Drunk on You, Baekhyun Bittersweet, Day 6 My Day and Love Me, Twice Sign Feel Special, T-Dung Ent, Stray Kids I Am Not in God's Menu, and Itzy Icy and Wannabe. So of course the oldest themes are gonna be like Baekhyun Bittersweet, 2 PM Blue Hole, and Twice Sign, which is crazy. And Day 6 My Day, of course. Those were the 4 that first came into the game when those the first 4 at least that came to the game when JYP had the whole overhaul around 2-3 years ago. I think it was 3 years ago. But yeah, this is a really good opportunity, so go for it if you need these themes, of course. Same thing applies to JYP as they did to SM. What time is it now? It is 3:49 a.m. Okay, so I gotta, yeah, I still have time. Yeah, that's everything there is in JYP. They have a Day 6 marathon theme, which I actually kind of like these photos here. Yeah. Starship, it is another week without IM's solo, so that's kind of depressing. Last Carnival, it's a nice photo set, but then the border is like nothing special. Everything else is kind of the same. Most things apply. It's also a Mind You update. Only matters to people who have Mind You or 50 pretty much. GFRIEND has yet another limited edition theme update, of course. They also have the where is it? It is, it's like the premium card pack thing. So much stuff here. Where did it go? Come spring, this one. The Shining Package 3x Prism. This will always be the best deal for Prism cards, I believe, because even if you don't get Prism cards, you'll still have 90 premium card pack cards to use for upgrades and stuff. And eventually fill out your card book, and it's just overall not the worst, because if you specifically only buy Prism cards, you're spending a lot of diamonds for, in the case you don't get a Prism that you need, a dead card. And that is gonna, you know, it's only just, say you spend I don't know, 100 diamonds for 5 Prism cards. So after you do that, what if 4 out of 5 of the cards are dupes? Because after a certain point, it's harder to get new Prism cards than, you know, it's harder to get new Prism cards basically. Then if you only get 1 new card, then the other 4 are dead. So you spend 100 diamonds for the chance of new Prism cards, and only 1 of them is new, and 4 of them are dead. And what can you do with them? You can only use them to power up, and they're not worth that much. But you have a premium card pack 90, you have premium fodder, which is not bad at all. 3 times prism chance, also not bad at all. You're pretty much guaranteed to get at least, I think, 1 prism per premium card pack 30, but it's also likely to just get more than that in one. So really go for it if you're looking for prisms. You can also get these premium card packs in order to look for what is it called? Oh yeah, to get R cards for the Spring Approaches event. So that's pretty much all there is. GFRIEND, WOOLLIM. WOOLLIM has another original event limited theme update. They did this already for the last Lovely's live theme, which I believe is called Shining Star. That's the original event thing. And same thing with Drippin', where they had their can't remember. It was one of the special events. They just had the special border for it. Oh, the ones from like Solo or something. I don't know. They did it for it was the New Year's limited edition theme with the live theme pictures. So like yeah, the original event theme is just like them really, like, I guess, squeezing out the value of them getting these artists to, you know, do a photo shoot with them, because now only they would have access to these photos, and as so this is their way of saying like, hey, you will not be able to get these pictures from anywhere else because we took these pictures and only we can use them. So yeah, we're gonna make these really special in the game. Not saying like super supportive, because artists like these already have a bunch of limited edition themes normally, so if you're looking for one, then you don't need to squeeze out every possible resource in order to finish these ones. You just kind of sit back and chill. That's cool. Yeah. Just looking over everything. Is there anything special? Oh, there's also a Drippin' theme update, I guess. Yeah. Okay. YG, you have Treasure limited edition theme, which again, with how YG and FNC sell their limited edition themes, this is really I would say even goes far as saying the word evil of YG to have a 12-member group with their current way of selling it, which is yeah, you can only get limited edition cards through random drops in premium and normal card packs. And if not, $20 for one, and like you only get 3 A cards for the 12-member group. So like even if you get 3 and then you have all 3 are unique, you still have to get 9 cards from somewhere else. So like this is insanely difficult, honestly, without just spending enough money or diamonds to get the point card selector. And even then, with a group like Treasure, where you'll have 12 members and everything is all random, by the time you get the card selector, there's a chance that you still will not have 2 members. So even though you get it, you can't just choose one, you still have to buy even more. You might have to go through 2 card selectors in order to finish this limited edition theme. So it's just evil. Yeah, that's all I gotta say. Anything else? Pretty standard. There's also Big Bang We Like to Party, but no theme update or anything like that. So yeah. FNC, yeah, Lee Honggi Good Night and If This Land normal theme. There's also an SF9 song update, which is random because there's nothing accompanying that as well. So far YG and FNC all following the same pattern. FNC just filling out and giving LE themes to the rest of their groups that have like only 1 song. They're pretty much like any group with 1 song, they're just making it to 2. They did it with that one person, Lee Hong. No, that's Lee Hong. That's this week. Jung Yonghwa. That's the other guy, the other soloist. So they've just been filling out everything. They're probably going to do Lee Sung-hyub or Jaedon is a different name. Limited edition theme at some point. They're also probably going to do an AOA cream. Maybe it'll be like a verse 2 or something. But yeah. So that pretty much comes to the end of it. I've been talking for pretty much an hour. I've been talking like pretty fast or everything. Sorry if it was a little bit fast for you guys. But yeah, if you made it here to the end, then I would just like to personally thank you for still, coming onto this podcast. I'm just gonna talk a little bit about other things that I have been doing, I guess. So you can see here, this is a hamster. You've probably seen throughout the entire video so far, but I think, yeah, she's inside her little house right now. She is super active. Like when she like takes really short rests, and then she just kind of runs and runs and runs on that wheel for hours. And when she's done with that, she'll like climb like all the way up on the cage and then go back to more running. It's kind of crazy how active she is. It's terrifying. But yeah, right now she's inside grooming, which is not the best time. Let's see. I don't know if I can call her out. She see me. She's kind of like, what was that? Oh yeah, her name is Xiao, by the way. I didn't say that. She's a robo hamster, a dwarf hamster, so she will always be that small. That's why this cage is so small. This is my first pet that I've raised. Of course, my family has had dogs before, but this is the first pet that I've had on my own. She's up here now. Yeah. She's climbing on, yeah. Hi there. And she's running again. Yeah, that is my pet. I've also been playing Luigi's Mansion 3. That because of the Mario Day, which is March 10th. Honestly, March 10th being Mario Day is just like, hey, what if, March 10th is like a MARIO, because 10 looks like an I. Oh, it's like a fancy coincidence. Same thing with yeah, there she goes climbing again. Oh my gosh. Same thing with like Star Wars. Like May 4th is gonna be like Star Wars Day, because May the 4th be with you. Things like that. These holidays that just come out of like date puns. But yeah, Luigi's Mansion 3 is pretty fun. I'm like halfway done with the game. There's a lot of exploring to do, but then once you kind of get the hang of things, you kind of know what to look out for. But even then, you'll still kind of get stumped on certain things, especially when you first play through the game. There are some bosses that just kind of don't make sense at all. But it's like a puzzle game. There's some parts that are like, I think I rarely actually get like, it's not like a constantly scary game, but there will be moments that'll just like catch you off guard and that'll scare you. I also got my girlfriend also got me these little patches for my chair. So on this shoulder is Squirtle from the Squirtle Squad, and on this shoulder is Killua from Hunter x Hunter, or Hunter x Hunter HX whatever you want to call that. But as long as you know what I'm talking about, that's all that matters. So yeah, I've also been watching a lot of anime recently. So like One Direct Priority, Jujutsu Kaisen. What are ones? There's a, let's see, there's also Kemono Jigen, but I haven't been, caught up with that. Attack on Titan, amazing. Yeah, there's also I think it's a Billionaire Detective. Slowly going through that one. I've also just been watching more Hunter, which is why my girlfriend got me this Killua patch, because I've started to kind of fall into favor of watching that show again. Yeah. And I've also been watching a bunch of Marvel movies. I have not watched Marvel movies except for maybe like 2 or 3 in random places, but everything's kind of out of order or just not connected. Just generally not connected. So I've watched any like Marvel movie. I have not watched a single Iron Man movie, and I watched all 3, and I gotta say, of everything I've watched so far, Iron Man 3 is my favorite. But before I did this whole Marvel marathon, my only movies that I've watched is Captain America, the first one, Avengers Endgame, Doctor Strange, Thor Ragnarok, Guardians of the Galaxy. I think that's pretty much everything. That's all I've watched, and then yeah, I've just been filling in everything, watching everything in order. And man, Iron Man 3 is great. I love that movie. Just the ending is like, oh, it was like the best payoff there could be for the Iron Man trilogy. But yeah. So again, with the SSRG podcasts, I would like to do this more often, but honestly, most of the time the game doesn't have anything like worth talking about, which is what I mentioned at the beginning of this hour. So that would be like SM and JYP. Those have you know, their new UI updates, so it's a great deal to talk about. Oh yeah, one final note that I don't think I talked about here. There is the new special offer store here, and the card selectors here. Yeah. So for the card selectors, they're now B and C card selectors. So if you open normal card packs and we're looking for a whole bunch of looking for like one, if you're just okay, if you open normal card packs with limited edition themed chance and you get a C card or a B card for an artist like Yuno, or for like a Yuri, where they don't have too many themes in the game and it's really impossible to get a C or B card for them in order to upgrade them, now you have C and B card selectors, so that is your cue to actually start upgrading, you know, powering up and stuff now. And last but not least are the new special offer store, which has power up cards. So before, the only thing you could get from the special offer store is yeah, you can get card selectors, you can get the 100% power up card, you can get a theme exchange, or you can get a I think it's called a league jump ticket, but that's only 100 diamonds. Everything else is with Dalcom coins. Yeah, so pretty much the amazing thing here is that you now have yeah, let me just show this real quick. So now you have two other products, which is a 70% power up card, you get 3 of those, and get 50% power up card, you get 5 of those. And then all 3 power up cards for Dalcom coins are all the same price. So, you know, naturally you're just like, which one should you choose? Yeah, thanks to Helion on Discord. Spending 10,000 Dalcom coins 10,000 times, the 100% power up card is better is 0.01% of the time. The 370% power up cards is better 22.09% of the time, and the 550% power up cards is better 77.9% of the time. So the reason why this is the case is because when you keep, you know, like obviously 70% power up cards, you'll still have like a small chance of getting everything to fail. 50% power up card, you'll also have a small chance of getting everything to fail. But you think about it like this: all it takes is for you to get 1 to succeed for it to match the amount of value you would get from one 100% power up card. So anything past that is already more value. Therefore, you have the 70% power up card, you know, it's gonna be, it can potentially be 3 times as much value as the 100% power up card. But the 550% power up cards have that chance of getting like 5 times the value, which is why that is always the best. And it has the chance of getting more value than the 70% power up cards, even if you hit all 70% chance of getting like, you know, successful power up. That's just like winning a whole bunch of like coin flips in a row. It's not like it's not guaranteed to happen. You might only buy 5 and then you actually like throw them all in and none of them work. But there's still the chance that all of them would work. There's still the chance that at least 3 of them would work, and there's definitely the chance that there at least 1 will work. Kind of don't want to do the math right now, but if you want to do it, it's pretty much just like you know, you can get 70% 3 times, so 70 times 70 is 70. 50% 5 times, so 50 times 50. Yeah, do stuff like that. That's a chance to get everything as a success. If you want to find everything failure, then there's 50%. There's the same exact thing because they're just opposite ends. And for 30% power up card, for 70% power up card, you just do 30 times 30 times 30, and that's just a little bit of math right there. I'm just kind of rambling on for now, but I'm pretty much done with talking about everything right now. So, did my whole little personal talk, talked about a little bit things at the end. Xiao was climbing my cage once again, and yeah, don't worry about her. She always like falls, but she always gets back up. She's kind of a little soldier. There she goes again. Yeah. Okay, but that's gonna be it from me. So if you've came to the end of this, then you can I hope you can consider subscribing to my YouTube channel, where I just focus on making SuperStar in the game content. I hope that you can also check out the links down below in the description. The Reddit, just r/SuperStar, SMTOWN, JYPNATION, all that kind of stuff for the specific game that you're interested in. The Discord server in the description, that one hosts a Discord community for all of the SuperStar Rhythm games, including the past ones that are no longer with us, including so that's BTS and Pledis. And if you go on there, you can like ask around if you have any questions. You can go onto that Discord server, or of course you can comment down below, and I'll be reading everything and replying to the ones that that you can have a good question, then go ahead. If not, you just look throughout the video. I might have already talked about it. If I forgot something, just ask below. Don't worry about it. If it's not in the video, I will for sure respond to that. And yeah, I think that's about it. So thank you, and don't know when the next one's gonna be. Probably when the next major update happens. But until then, catch me on all the other stuff. So I'll be uploading on YouTube. I'll be around on the Discord server. I'll be posting to my Instagram, ssrg.image, imaje, and yeah, have a great time of day depending on when you're watching this. So morning, afternoon, evening, night, past midnight. Yeah, just have a good time. Okay, bye.